Hey fam, it's La Mama, Little Mama. This is going to be a new moon reading for the collective. I will be showing the cards, but the spread may be long, okay? So, let's see what we got. So, Spirit, what is the message that we have for the collective for this new moon energy? What do they need to know and see? We got a jug. Lighthearted, carefree time. So some of you could just definitely be feeling like, you know, I want to be here, but I really don't want to be here. But it seems like whatever it is, right? It's like, I don't know if you're pouring your emotions out towards somebody. And maybe somebody wants to reach out to you. We got a ram. A stubborn, aggressive person. I don't know if you're dealing with a water sign or you're dealing with a Libra, but this is a collective read. So it's like whoever this person is, right, that you're dealing with, I don't know if somebody's trying to communicate with you about something, but it seems like somebody's being stuck in their ways. I don't know if you're dealing with an emperor, but we have grasshopper. Situations in the balance that requires careful handling. That was in one of the other reads for one of the signs for this month of November, so you have to take heed about it, okay? Then we got a mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and willing to change. Okay, so I don't know if somebody that you were dealing with, I don't know if they don't want to be a player no more, or they're just in this mindset where they're feeling like, hey, there's got to be some changes. I don't know if somebody has a lesson that needs to be learned, but somebody's going to say something to you, and somebody's going to be in their emotions. And, you know, this is Scorpio season, so it's going to be a lot of changes and definitely a lot of transformation. So who's willing to say something? You're the world. So I don't know if chapters have ended. And it's like, if you don't want to deal with somebody no more because maybe somebody's set in their ways. I don't know if somebody's fixed. But it's like, you're done. You want a new chapter, right? And it says, I am one with God. So you know the Most High has your back, right? So whatever trials and tribulations that you're going through, collective, just use discernment. If someone's trying to say something to you, don't let somebody take your power from you. You know, you self-love yourself. And it's like, maybe you're just getting away from the drama and the bullshit. And you just want to focus and do you, right? So we have strength. It's Leo energy. I'm going to lay the cards out, okay? Prince of Swords, air energy. The Hermit, Virgo. Eight of Cups, water energy. Four of Pentacles, earth energy. Five of Staves, which is the Five of Wands, fire energy. So we have all players on the board. And the overall energy is Judgment. That's Scorpio energy. And as I said before, we are in Scorpio season. So it's like collective. For this new moon energy, right? Some things to look out for. How are you going to maintain and stand your ground, no matter what the situation may be, a person, place, or thing? As I said before, if somebody's trying to come in and communicate something to you, how are you being mindful? I don't know if somebody's being an immature energy, because mind you, remember, we have the ram here. So I don't know if somebody's being stubborn. But the way that somebody's trying to come in and communicate towards you, how are you going to discern? You're going to get an epiphany about something, not a coincidence. And it's like something about the meek and the sorrow. That's what I keep hearing. Not so much as wicked. But if you choose to walk away from someone, taking back what's yours, right? I don't know if somebody's trying to blow some smoke up your ass, but it's like, all I keep hearing is no, and you know no is a complete sentence. But somebody definitely wants to have a discussion with you. And somebody's saying that they don't want to fight no more. But collective, you're making a final decision about something. You know what you want. Some karma on the board. But mind you, you got that strength. Being patient. Not dealing with somebody who's being cowardly. That's what I'm hearing. And it's like, collective. I don't know if somebody's trying to come in and fight towards you. To say some ill will words towards you, right? And it's like, the best thing that you can do is walk away. You walk away from people or places that no longer serve you. Taking back your power and your peace. And it's like, we have 3 major arcanas on the board, right? So you could be seeing a lot of synchronicities, but something about 3s is going to be very important for you. And 3s usually resemble your mind, body, and your soul, right? So continue to stand your ground. I don't know if somebody is meditating right now. Probably listening to music. Just having that peace. Because it's like, in a way, it's like, peace be still, right? And if you look in the background, some of your ancestors are around you right now. And y'all know what I always say. A lot of your ancestors don't play when it comes to you, collective. Because they're definitely fighting for you. Somebody's definitely fighting for you in the spiritual realm. That's what I'm hearing. And it's like, I don't know if there's some decisions that you have to make. Because with the 8 of Cups, you see these 3 cups on the side, right? It's like, you want to celebrate to seek your happiness, right? But with the other 5 cups here, it's like, was there a lot of disappointments in your life? Because, yeah, expect the unexpected, but what were those expectations? Because it's really not the expectation you want from someone. It's for yourself. How are you going to discern? Because certain situations that may require balance, it's like you're saying, listen, you're standing your ground. Yeah, you may have felt wounded, right? But it's like, collective, you're having that strength, right? And it's like, you know that I just keep hearing you don't have time. You don't have time for the bullshit, right? Especially to my Scorpios. Y'all know what I would say. Scorpios be like, miss me with the bullshit, right? So I don't know if somebody's trying to come in and say something to you. Trying to play the Voodoo Warrior. Saying they're trying to make things right with you. I don't know if it's a Leo. I mean, it is collective reads, but it's all signs, right? But it's like, collective. I don't know if somebody wanted to come in and they wanted to offer a commitment to you. But something was toxic. But you standing as the Empress, it's like, you ain't got time for the bullshit. You're going back to focusing on you. You know exactly what you want. If you're letting go of something from the old, it's like you want the new, right? Because now we have double judgment. That's clarification right there. And that's definitely confirmation. I keep hearing no more. A final decision has been made. And whoever doesn't like it, I keep hearing, oh, well, it is what it is. Let the past lay in the past. Let the chips fall where they may. Because you're not dealing with somebody who's being stubborn and aggressive towards you and saying certain things to you to try to persuade you or deter you or project certain things on you. A lot of energy has been going on around recently, and it just seems like there's got to be a change, right? Regardless if somebody's looking at you or trying to gather some information on you. But you're in battle, right? And like you see how your hand is like, yeah, come here, I'm ready. You ready. You stand in a position. You're saying they can look all they want. Because you know you're going to seek your victory. With the Chariot. Cancer energy, right? Because you keep saying, listen, let the chips fall where they may. But it's like, you're done with this. It may have been a burden, right? But you're like, I'm done. Somebody's weeping in their sorrow, trying to play a blame game towards you. And Collective is like, no, I don't have time for this bullshit. I keep hearing Collective said, I got better fish to fly. You could be flying somewhere, you know, when we say certain things. But you have better fish to fry. And it's like, you don't have time. Because you're too busy trying to manifest a new beginning. You know exactly what you want, right? Because it's like, you're seeking a new opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles. Whatever you're working hard on, you're truly starting to see the results, because you know Pentacles resembles years, right? And it's like Spirit's rewarding you because you're cutting a lot of shit out of your life, right? And it's like with Double Judgment, you're saying you have no time. I keep hearing, I have no time, baby. Move on. I keep hearing, I'm moving on. Queen of Cups. Now we got a counterpart on the board. So it's like, you doing the work, right, Collective? And yes, you are highly intuitive, you know. And it's like, you're definitely focusing on your wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups, right? Something about things are in full circle. It will definitely come into fruition for you. But how are you going to maintain that? Some of you are starting to look in the mirror and realize that you're starting to have some gray hair. That's wisdom. Something wrong with that, right? Some of you may be having a lot of certain aches and pains. Could be back pain. Somebody's having neck pain right now. But ask yourself, is that pain that you have in your body, especially if it feels like it's foreign, is it something that through over time? Or was it because somebody was stressing you the fuck out? Because stress can be in many different forms. But how are you transmuting that to make a change? How are you walking away from the bullshit? Then we got the Lovers. Gemini energy. Collective don't have time for mind games and manipulation, right? And it's like, there's some kind of decision. Yeah, somebody may be failing you heavy. That's what I'm hearing. But you definitely ain't gonna deal with somebody who's one-track minded and being stubborn. But like I said before, somebody's definitely emotional and in their mind. But the way that they feel towards you, yeah, they want balance with you. The Six of Pentacles. But it's like, this person, are they really focusing on their money? Or are they still thinking about somebody? It could be from somebody from the past, or maybe somebody new. Walking away. Purple could be very significant to some people. But pay attention to your crown chakra. Because it's like, that throbbing, right? And especially with your base chakra too. There's an inner knowing that you have. And it's like, your intuition will never steer you wrong. And I'm not talking about cramps or muscle pain, right? But it's like, somebody gotta go see a chiropractor. That's for a few people. But somebody would rather have acupuncture. Okay. You know, we get these messages, right? But your intuition will never steer you wrong, Collective, right? And it's like, we got double hermit now, okay? So it's like, the way that you're gathering this information, right? Are you deeply reflecting from your past into your future? Because if you look at this hermit is not aged yet. But it's like, now you've became very wise and keen. Going back to something about the meek, right? You're looking at the whole entire situation and you're saying to yourself, there's some changes that I need to make. Some of you may be contemplating about taking the next steps to move forward, to walk away. Three of Pentacles, right? You want that teamwork. You want to build with somebody, right? But for you to go back to you having a collaboration, being around like-minded people, right? And Three of Pentacles can also resemble contracts. Are there some soul ties, or there's some soul contracts that need to be severed? Because as I said before, Your ancestors is looking at you right now. They definitely got your back, right? And they're not playing. Double judgment. Expect the unexpected. Yeah. Looking good, smelling good with the Nine of Pentacles. When you definitely say you got this, right? But you always going to have somebody in the mix that's going to be disappointed. And my condolences to anyone who had passed away. Getting a lot of that. Getting a lot of people passing away in these reads. But see, under the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles. 2 5s. As I said before, you could be seeing a lot of synchronicities. But 5s are about changes, right? And it's like, not so much as kicking someone out or being left out in the cold, but you making that decision and a change that you want to move forward, where you don't want to feel like you don't have enough. You do have enough. But are you, in a way, are you running away from something, or is somebody running away from you? And I said earlier, something about somebody having neck pain, right? Something's nudging you. And with the Eight of Wands, you know, that's my download card, right? You're getting a lot of messages. You're getting a lot of downloads, right? And some of you definitely know these chapters are ending, and it's like you're ready. It's like you don't want to keep going through the same cycle over and over again, right? A lot of karma people are receiving based upon judgment, and y'all know the Most High is the only one that can give out judgment for karma. I know y'all know. I'm just saying. But the cycles are done, because it's like whoever this person is, right? Somebody's still in a Knight of Swords energy, and somebody's in a Four of Pentacles energy, where it's like they don't want to let you go. They're stressed out, and somebody may have to go to the doctor. Somebody could be having heart palpitations. Somebody's left ventricle. That's what I'm going to say. Somebody left ventricle. Somebody needs to go to the doctor. Okay? But you will definitely heal with the Star. I will say this. Yes, people are looking at you, and they're trying to figure out, how are you making these changes? But collective, you're fine, because you know, it's like you're not even worried about somebody else in terms of what they're doing in terms of a low vibrational energy, right? Because you know how to transmit that energy. But collective, y'all vibe so high where you have this natural aura and people see it on you. Some people can see yellow auras on you. Some people can see red auras on you. Purple, blue, indigo. Roy G. Biv, baby. I keep hearing Roy G. Biv. But it's like with the High Priestess and the Three of Swords, right? It's like, you know, you may know about some secrets, and you're probably waiting for somebody to say something, because a lot of you collective are very gifted. And sometimes you just don't want to say nothing at all, because you're being mindful and you're using discernment. But it's like you already understood these chapters, right? You understood the lesson. And it's like, collective, with the High Priestess is not going to be hurt anymore. The High Priestess knows their worth. The High Priestess walks away from shit that no longer serves her. He or she, because you could be a High Priest or a High Priestess. Masculine or feminine energy, right? And it's like, when you walk away with double Eight of Cups, you feel good. You feel liberated, right? And it's like, you know that the Most High has your back. And it's like, I just keep hearing, like, you free. You broke free. And it's like, they can't touch you, right? Because at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. You may have a spiritual union with somebody. The High Priestess and the Hierophant, where you help people. You could be light workers. You could be star seeds. You could be clairvoyants. You could just be in the field where you're helping people, right? And then when you're on that higher dimension, because you know, this matrix is bullshit, as we know. But I'm going to keep it short. The way that you reflect on certain things, it's like you just definitely know, right? And sometimes you don't have to actually use your actual eyes. You're using your third eye. And you're cutting some shit out of your life. Because it's like, whatever you need to see, it will be revealed to you. But where the rubber hits the road, collective, is once you know it, how are you going to take those tools and how are you going to apply it for yourself, right? Now we have the Six of Cups. Those feelings that you have, right? Being in hermit mode, looking at the whole entire situation from your past to your present, your future. There's a lot of codependency where there's some people who hold on and say, hey, wait a minute. We've known each other all these years, right? But if it's all those years and you don't see no changes, right? And somebody is acting stubborn, like a ram or a mule, you cutting some shit out of your life, because it's like you cannot stand still for somebody. Why stop yourself in terms of why stop your journey for someone else? I keep hearing there are some that always help someone, but who's going to help you? How are you going back to focusing on you? How are you going back to balancing yourself? Situations in the balance that require careful handling. Then we got this Knight of Cups, right? And opportunities coming in, but the way that this Knight of Cups is looking, this is you, collective, because you know you self-love yourself first, right? But it's like collective just doesn't give their love away to anyone, because collective understands the lessons. Collective learned the lessons. Collective acknowledged it, right? And it's like, not only are you healing and doing the work, right? With the Four of Swords, it's like you stood your truth, right? And as I said before, with your crown chakra, right? You know the truth. You speak the truth. And it's like, you know it's no longer going to be painful, right? And it's like, with the Hangman reverse, it's like, collective, when you look at certain things and you're saying to yourself, damn, I looked at things in a different perspective, right? If it makes sense. But it's like, why do you feel like whoever you're dealing with and you're telling somebody, why not be selfless, but they're being selfish? Somebody's playing the victim, as I said before. Somebody's playing the blame game, right? But it's like, collective, when you stood your ground and said no more, right? Now you got somebody who's in the Queen of Pentacles energy reverse, right? And it's like, do you want somebody that's codependent? Do you want somebody who's like a penny pincher, who's a moocher, who's depending on you and expects you to do all the things? Collective is like, no. Hell no. Because you don't want to be in that extreme torment. You're like, no. Right? And it's like with the Ten of Swords reverse, collective is like, listen, you ready for a new start? You're recovering. You're healing. You've been through a lot. And I keep hearing, I don't want to deal with the bullshit no more. Because you definitely don't want to deal with somebody that's in the King of Wands energy. An asshole. A player. Somebody who's selfish. Somebody who thinks about themselves. Them and only them. You ain't going to deal with somebody who's a bully. Shit. Somebody who's acting like a fuck boy, fuck girl. You're like, nah. I'm not dealing with that shit. And a plug, it could be somebody, as I said before, somebody probably has to go to the doctor. I don't know, maybe they can't get it up or maybe they can't get it wet. It's only for a few. Just saying. You know, we got to get these messages. But it's like, with the Seven of Wands, collective, you're like, listen, I'm setting up strong boundaries and guidelines. They cannot poke your bubble even if they wanted to. Because you're moving forward. Because you keep saying, that chapter is over. You ready for a new beginning. You're ready for a new beginning. What else does collective need to know? You have an indecision. You use your intuition in all aspects of life. That's what I said earlier. Your crown chakra is popping, collective. And especially your third eye, too. You're getting a lot of downloads and some of you are getting upgrades. But how are you using your gift wisely? Then we have courage. Double courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Hold your head high, collective. No more tears. Wipe those tears away. Because those tears gives you strength. And when you acknowledge that, and you wipe them off and you dust it off, and you move forward on your journey because we got empathy. I'm opening to seeing both sides of the situation. Yeah, you looked at different things in a different perspective, right? But it's like, as I said earlier, peace being still, and these two wanted to come out. We got balance and doubt. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. And with doubt, I release the need to know all the answers. Why? Because we have gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. And then this is your heart chakra. When time flies by in the sky, and when we get to that point where we truly acknowledge certain things and we can let it go, how are you going to move forward? I was having a conversation with someone, and that read that I did yesterday about somebody going to jail, think about it. Would you rather see your loved one being presented by 12 people or being walked out by 6?